Okay.
Oh, so nice to meet you.
I hope you don't come back, but you know, I hope, yeah, whatever happens is for the best. I hope you get back to your boat.
Hi, Jack.
See you later.
I hope I don't see you.
I'll see you later, Jason.
Later, Jack.
See ya.
Thank you for everything, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet.
Thanks for letting us borrow your kites. I hope I didn't bash it up too much.
I hope not either.
Y'all didn't
Y'all
See you later.
learn how to kite. I
Oh,
forgot.
yeah.
We were just talking about how they were gonna learn how to get up on the board and stuff.
I know. That's alright. At least we've got kite action down.
Another hug.
It's gonna come.
I'm gonna take.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
We love you.
Safe travels.
Take care.
Thank you for everything. Love you. Love you.
I'm filming. Yep. All right. Good luck.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I don't know what we're going to do now that Nikki and Jason have left. Boredom.
I tell you a story about me and you. Out on the water, surrounded by the blue. They scream that only I'll be saved. They toss off the line, but I just let it float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. Float away, float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away.
So, Nikki and Jason left.
Keith said something that offended Jason and Nikki, and that's why they left so abruptly.
Yeah,
He hurt their feelings.
I hurt their feelings. We're just kidding. We didn't hurt their feelings. They hurt my feelings, and I kicked them off the boat. Made them walk the plank.
So all we're gonna do now is what? Just kiting and kiting and
Diving and
some more
kiting. Diving and kiting and diving and kiting.
Diving and kiting and diving and
Jack
kiting.
pan over to Finn.
Look at Finn.
Wow.
There you
Okay.
go.
Enjoy the show, guys.
Enjoy the show.
All right, that's it.
That's it. Ah! Good morning.
Morning,
Why are you up so early?
because we're kiting. I don't really enjoy waking up early, but I do love kiting. And once you're in the water, you're awake, so.
Yeah, you got 20 knots of wind.
21 knots of wind, it's so good whenever you have winds in the morning. You
Nice.
get to kite all day then.
21.1, 20.
And tide's low
That's
as
nice.
well, so then that means the water's going to be flatter than it would if the tide was high.
Yeah, that makes it easier.
Yeah, I'm so sunburnt and chapped and
Sore.
sore. My knees shot from jumping and hitting it.
So you're going to, huh?
What?
It just seems like a lot of work and hassle. A lot of equipment to get set up and lines to get tangled. And, I don't know.
A lot of.
You know, you're investing a lot in it. You must get a lot out of it.
That's satisfying, sure.
Yeah. Looks like a lot of work to me. Make it look good. That's what I'm talking about. You look good for a grandpa. Woo, go grandpa. This is your high protein breakfast before your workout.
I gotta go some milk too.
Some milk too. There you go. Bacon and milk.
People would say eggs are perfect, but man, I don't like eggs.
You don't?
Y'all don't tease me with that crap. Eggs aren't. They're not my style, man.
Yeah.
Even though the protein in them's like.
That's true. Eggs are good. What's that little thing, Finn?
It measures your speed, or not your speed, but it measures your jumps, your landings, like your G's,
Cool.
your hang time, and your spins. And it all does that on the board. can't.
It's neat, and I'll just download it to your phone or something?
App, yeah, there's an app
That's
on your
cool.
phone.
Chase the wind and touch the sky. A star's light shines on long after it dies. Oh, in the night.
Kiteboarding has become a really popular water sport for cruisers, especially when there's just too much wind to do much of anything else. Keith and Jack started with a trainer kite back in South Padre Island, Texas, and have practiced off and on over the last couple of years, and now they are both excellent. Even 50-year-old Keith can hold his own on a kiteboard. Finn picked up a trainer kite in Tonga last year and is now hooked. The kids are all skilled at retrieving their board and getting back up after a fall. It's a sport that takes patience and determination, and I'm not real keen on learning from my husband, so I have yet to get out there with a kite. But understanding how to set up your gear and launch properly from the back of a boat can get a little tricky. You look a little confused.
Yeah. So we get a lot of questions on how we set up our kites to launch from the back of the boat. This is Kate's kite. We're gonna run a 7-meter for her today, and how we launch the bar and keep all the lines from getting tangled up. All right, so the first thing we gotta do is we gotta string our lines out. And what we do is we just take our lines off the bar and string our lines out nice and easy and let the wind take them back behind the boat. Once I have the lines in the water, then I just take my chicken loop and I hook it to these tethers I've made. Once we've done that, I take my steering lines and I just pile them up in little piles right here on the back step. Well, there's one. Then I take the other steering line and I do the same thing. All right, once I have the two lines piled, the steering lines piled, then I just take the center lines and I pile them just kind of right in the middle over the top of everything here. And there's my center lines right there. Now it's time to air up the kite. So today, Kate's gonna go out on the 7-meter kite because we only got 15 to 20 knots of wind. So she's gonna use the 7 and we'll get it out. And we'll use the air pump over there to pump it up. All right, you wanna be careful about airing your kite because there's always lots of sharp objects. You can cut a hole in a kite on a yacht. So the first thing I do is I just look. It doesn't matter which lines you start with, but I always want to hold on to the bridle. It helps me control the kite better when it's in the water. So I'll just hook up one of the bridle lines, and then I'll step on that bridle line like that. And then I'll hook up the steering line. So once I have those two lines on this side of the kite hooked up, I'll roll the kite around and hook up the other lines. That's very important that you be careful and be cognizant that you don't let these lines feed out while you're hooking the other two lines up. It's okay for them to feed a little bit, but you don't want them to all go because you need to control the kite as it goes out. So I just stand on these other two lines that I've hooked on so they don't just feed out. Put the kite down low. And I'll hook up the other center line. And then I'll hook up the other steering line. Now, all our steering lines are hooked up. It's very important, this next piece, is to make sure that your steering lines, the black lines, or whatever color your steering lines are, don't go on top of the kite when you put it in the water. They go under the bottom side, and I'll show you that. So I'm going to roll the kite back around. Now I can control the kite. All my lines are underneath the kite. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to feed the kite out slowly, keeping the front edge towards us, and making sure we don't have any knots or binds in our lines. So I'm just going to feed it out. And normally I stand on this next step up, so I'm out of the line, and I just let it go. Nice and easy. And I just let the lines, and I keep the kite squared because I don't want it launching. And I just feed the lines out, and they all go naturally. So as I feed the lines out, I can stop the kite at any time by just holding both the steering lines and keeping the front edge of the kite to me, and it won't launch. And then I can work out and sort out any knots or any jams that are in the kite right here. Now all we got to do is flip the kite around and make sure our lines are straight. So we're just going to pull on. We're just going to pull on a steering line until the kite comes around. And we're going to make sure that everything is right, and it's not. Or maybe it is. Oh, it is. So all our lines are straight. Everything worked out. Always want to make sure your safety leash is on something. And that kite's ready to go.
I'm going kiting.
Now pull your kite up in the water. All right, go ahead and get in the water.
Okay.
Okay, you go.
Holy moly, 27.
Is that like prime kiting weather?
Be good for the 10 meter. Hoo-wee! Hoo-wee!
Alright, you going kiting?
Yes, ma'am, and I'm using my chest harness. The reason I use this is I find it better for getting big air when I'm riding. Some people use seat harnesses. The only difference is that it's where the kite pulls you. With a chest harness, it pulls you right here. With a seat harness, it pulls your bottom half.
Huh.
So if you want to learn more about it, check out our Teen Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get my kite.
Oh.
Okay. Definitely not fixed. Figure it out though.
Gusty today. Now we're at 25, 26 knots of wind. Sheesh.
What's the friggin' deal? That's very pissy.
What's wrong?
My pick isn't charged, and I charged it all night.
Can you use spins?
Nope.
Or is it specific to you?
It's very specific. I charged it all night. All the way plugged in.
Let me see.
You told me, or somebody told me, that one of those USB ports isn't working now.
No, they
Just
are.
like that. It's aggravating.
So if you kiteboard and you don't record your tricks, did they really happen?
Exactly.
I don't know how anybody can kite and not get frustrated. There you go. Look at that. Yep.
Alright, watch this.
Okay. Holy.
We're leaving tomorrow.
And going to.
Look at that.
So we're leaving tomorrow. We're going to Savi Savi by way of a couple of little islands.
So we'll be in Sawa Sawa in a couple days.
Uh-huh.
So I thought we were gonna be there tomorrow.
Then you guys will get the good experience of jerry jugging fuel again to top
Are
us
we
up
doing
before you
that
go.
again?
Yeah, because that's all you can do in Savi Savi.
Jerry jugging the fuel. Kate loves jerry jugging.
Oh, it's my favorite thing
I didn't do that last time
'Cause Anna
I
was here.
I was too young.
And Anna was here.
I was like 9 or 8 or 10.
Aw, Anna, you want a jerry
No, we don't
jug?
jerry jug them. We use the dinghy, right? We load them up in the dinghy and then we take them over there.
Yeah.
And then we
It's
come
not
back.
difficult.
Exactly.
What's difficult is carrying jerry cans from your boat to the dock, like me and Anna did in Panama. Get
That
them
did
all the
not
way.
look
Yeah,
fun.
but-
That did
I
not
filled
look
them up.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you should sit there.
I didn't have to do it. I was out playing with friends.
Play the board.
Actually,
I
I
didn't-
helped her deflate
I
that.
completely forgot about helping you with the kayak.
Make sure to tune in next week as we set sail to our next beautiful destination.